proud of you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Lafayette seniors, you did it! 2020!
Congratulations, class of 2020, and I want you to always remember how much I love you in a professional way.
Congratulations, good luck.
Happy graduation! Do great things.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We're going to miss you.
Congratulations, seniors. May the force be with you.
I love you and I miss you. Congratulations.
Go Generals!
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations, Jalen, and the 2020 class.
Greetings and welcome to the 81st Annual Commencement Program for Lafayette High School. My name is Brian Jacobs. I am the proud principal of our school, and it is a great day to be a general. Class of 2020, welcome. I know today's ceremony looks and feels different than our graduation commencement programs of the past. What is not different is the significance of this program or the pride our school has in celebrating your accomplishments. We are so proud of you all. Graduates, I hope you are all viewing from home in your caps and your gowns with your families, and we encourage the entire class of 2020 to post videos and pictures online of your family viewing this program. Please use the hashtag LHSGraduateTogether to share these pictures and videos. Our great school district has provided you all a variety of paths to get to this moment. STEAM Academy, the Learning Center, Opportunity Middle College, among others. Highly specialized programs like SCAPA and pre-engineering. All have created individualized paths in our school to ensure that each of you have maximized your own potential. Regardless of road to get here today, we meet virtually as one class. And the class of 2020 will forever hold a special place in our nation's heart. As we close out another successful year, I want to thank the teachers of Lafayette High School. The single most significant variable impacting student achievement is teacher quality. The highly qualified teachers of Lafayette High School have watched over these graduates, have protected them, have taught them, and have inspired them. As our superintendent, Manny Koch, always reminds us, victory for our students is in the classroom. I would like to thank all the teachers of our great school. We are also a school with a strong and proud history. One tradition of our graduation programs in the past is the acknowledgement of our Lafayette alumni. As we begin our 81st commencement program, I would like to slightly deviate from this tradition. Rather than ask the alumni present to stand and be recognized, I would like to extend an open invitation to the class of 2020. I will ensure that future Lafayette commencement programs, along with the recognition of our alumni present, also acknowledge and recognize the class of 2020. Once a general, always a general. Now, to get our virtual ceremony started, I've asked your vice presidents, Katron Arnold, Elena Bagdasarian, and Haley Shaler, to lead us in introductions, acknowledgments, and thoughts of gratitude.
Hello, everyone. Today is one of the most important days in our lives, the day of our graduation. We will always remember with warmth and appreciation our school years, our friends, and all the teachers who helped bring us all here together on this day. We couldn't have our usual celebration this year due to the present circumstances. However, there were many people who put all of their effort, attention, knowledge, and time into making this day special for us. We would like to thank Ms. Chastain, our wonderful Youth Service Center Coordinator, Ms. Gorski, our Dean of Students, and Ms. Frakes, Ms. Baker, Ms. Mattingly, and Ms. Martinez for organizing this event and working closely with the senior class. We appreciate our Fayette County Public School Board for working diligently and making the graduates feel special and working closely with the senior class. Our Superintendent Manny Kalk for adapting so quickly to current circumstances and advocating for all students. We are grateful to our Lafayette Choir for their beautiful performance of Irish Blessing and for always keeping this tradition. We would also like to thank the TV station for broadcasting this ceremony, so our parents, friends, and our community could celebrate this year's graduates as well. And we would certainly like to thank our terrific senior class for their understanding and support. None of us were expecting this year to end in such a way, but because of your optimism, hope, and respect, you inspired everyone mentioned to make this day special. We thank you all with an open heart, and we will always be grateful to you. As we grew from immature freshmen into young adults, there were many people along the way that we were foolish enough to take for granted, the people that never failed to lend a helping hand. Now that our time as high schoolers is coming to a close, a proper thank you is long overdue. On behalf of the class of 2020, we would like to thank the custodial and lunchroom staff, without whom our school would not be able to properly function. Thank you for the hours of hard work and effort that you put into each and every day. We would like to recognize the teachers and counselors at Lafayette who made every day a possibility for us students, and were there for us in our highest and lowest moments. Our PTSA has supported us through our entire high school journey, and we appreciate all the love and popcorn that they provided. The members of the SBDM have always demonstrated that our students are the main focus, and we appreciate all the time and effort you have put into making sure we are supported and thought about in every decision that comes your way. We would like to thank Mr. Scholl, Mr. Royster, and Mr. Ward for being the rocks that we never knew that we needed. Finally, we would like to thank our parents and guardians that have supported us every step of the way, from our first days in school up until this very moment, our very last. We would not be the people that we are today without each and every one of you. Thank you.
While this may not be the grand finale we anticipated, we truly had a great senior year. Thanks to an amazing faculty and Lafayette pride, we are still finding unique ways to make our mark before our departure from childhood and step into the great unknown. Instead of hectic schedules filled with stress and worry, we get to take a deep breath and gather our thoughts before venturing out. Instead of senior dinner dances, we had spotlights on Instagram, parades, and a faculty doing everything they can to congratulate us on this amazing achievement. And of course, the coolest yard signs in Lafayette history. Although we may not have had much face-to-face contact, the COVID relief faculty played a major role in our lives. Thank you for volunteering your safety to ensure every student had not enough to only survive this rough time, but to thrive. Your generosity hasn't gone unseen. You are the difference we want to see in the world. You all are what make us proud to be a general. All of the counselors and people who helped with college prep, thank you. Mrs. Fitzgerald, although we may not say it enough, we really appreciate all of the help with college visits. It's a big decision, so thank you for providing us with as much information as possible before we decide our future. Another group who worked endlessly to make us feel special were our senior class sponsors. A huge thank you to Mr. Cornett for organizing all of the fun in the first semester. All of the activities were a success, especially the movie nights. Thank you for giving us the reins and helping us achieve everything we reached for. Mrs. Clark, I'm sorry your time was cut short this semester. You have the nicest smile and never got annoyed for us for not joining the Remind. We were looking forward to see what we could achieve together. But with the situation we are in, you exceeded all expectations. Thank you for a pretty eventful last semester. We cannot end this year without saying a huge thank you to Mr. Jacobs. His shoes may be awesome, but he's even better. Not only has he worked tirelessly to make sure we felt loved and supported through this tough time, but he has tried his hardest to resurrect our senior year. Thank you for all you do, both seen and behind closed doors. You truly represent what it means to love generally and are a role model to all that see your smile. Once a general, always a general.
Always a general indeed. A Lafayette High School tradition is the induction of its newest members into the Lafayette Alumni Hall of Fame. Inductees are graduates of Lafayette who have been selected by fellow alumni. Here to honor our newest inductee to our Alumni Association Hall of Fame, Senior Class Treasurer Jonathan Hurley.
Just as much as this graduation ceremony is about the class of 2020 and the impact every single one of us has had on Lafayette, this occasion is also about reflecting on the legacy of the amazing alumni that have walked our halls and gone on to change the world in one way or another. That is why every year we take the time to honor a distinguished alumnus and induct them into Lafayette's Alumni Association Hall of Fame. I truly believe this year's inductee is a poignant reflection of what it means to be a general. At a time where our healthcare professionals are on the front lines combating COVID-19, I could not think of a better time to recognize one of them. Dr. Greg Hood of the class of 1986 has dedicated his life to the practice of medicine, and I'd wager his accomplishments will speak for themselves. From his induction letter, Dr. Hood was, quote, an athlete and an honor student. As an athlete, he lettered each year as a member of the men's swim team, and he was captain his senior year. At the same time, he achieved academic achievements, and honors were many, being a member of several honor societies and receiving numerous awards. After graduation, Dr. Hood received his bachelor's in psychology, but he wasn't finished yet. Dr. Hood moved on to the U of L Medical School, where he received his doctorate of medicine and then California called. Greg performed his internship and residency in internal medicine at Scripps Mercy Medical Center in San Diego. Dr. Hood returned to Lexington in 2001, and he is now a doctor of internal medicine in private practice. Dr. Hood has worked tirelessly to contribute to and advance knowledge in many areas of medicine. He is a principal investigator, teacher, and leader in safe chronic pain management. Due to his dedication to service and his medical talent, Greg was selected for the highest level of membership and recognition as a master of the American College of Physicians. In the 100-plus years history of the organization, he is only the 10th Kentuckian chosen for this honor. In addition, Dr. Hood was selected as a fellow by the Royal College of Physicians. This is the highest level of membership and recognition for England's oldest medical college, celebrating 501 years of raising standards, shaping public health, and improving standards to help lead physicians internationally. On top of all this, Dr. Hood received the Laureate Award from the American College of Physicians. This honor awards fellows and masters who have demonstrated by their conduct and example an abiding commitment to excellence in medical care and in service to their community and their college. It is the highest award given by their state chapter. Dr. Hood's legacy can be described with one word: excellence. The standard of excellence he and other alumni have set is one we should all strive to meet. On behalf of all of General Nation, I want to congratulate Dr. Hood and thank him for the dedication he has shown to his profession and to our community at large.
Each year, we honor our retiring staff members for their work and service to the students in our school. This year, our school has one retiring staff member. As memories fade with time and lessons are forgotten, the experiences we have with caring individuals is what leaves lasting impression. Throughout his career, few people have cared for students, teachers, and parents more than has Associate Principal Richard Royster. For the last decade, Mr. Royster has watched over the hallways of Lafayette with compassion and determination to ensure that our school is a safe place where everyone can learn and feel loved. I feel honored to have shared my career with Richard, beginning as teachers in the same school, in the same department, and ending as partners on an administrative team in a school that we both love. It has been said in our field that education is not preparation for life, but that education is life itself. The man who started his own YouTube channel at age 53 and was recognized nationally for this work continues to personify the notion of being a lifelong learner. Next fall, he will join some members of the class of 2020 on Eastern Kentucky University's campus, where he will begin his work towards the next chapter in his life, a degree in mental health counseling, and an opportunity to continue his profound and positive impact on our community. To this day, I love seeing Mr. Royster's face light up when he shares memories of his associate principal from high school, Mr. Bull Dawson. I find it fitting that I see similar effect on the faces of Lafayette alumni who had the opportunity to know and love Richard Royster. To our teacher, associate principal, ninja, mentor, and beloved friend, we will miss you deeply. We thank you for your dedication, your service. You've made a difference here in the lives you've touched. I wish you great joy and blessings in your retirement, and know you will always have a home here at Lafayette.
the sunshine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields, and until we meet again, until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of His hand, and until we meet again, until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of His hand.
Lafayette High School band, you may take the field.
The faculty and administration would like to present the 2020 Lafayette Academic Top 10. We're very proud of your diligence and perseverance. Beginning with 10th place, Sierra Ito. Tied for 8th in alphabetical order, Luke Daly, Amelia Leffler. 7th, Addison Hollingshead. 6th, Anya Hartman. 5th, Caden Pearson. 4th, Helena Shotsky. Tied for 1st in alphabetical order, Ben Adair, Mary Beth Matoka, Alyssa Mercurio. Congratulations.
For those of you who know me, you may or may not know that I'm a perfectionist. A perfectionist in all sense of the word. I work hard to maintain all A's, involve myself in copious amounts of extracurriculars, practice my violin for hours on end. I even clean every day because I can't stand the sight of a messy room. And this may come as a shock to you, but I am, as a matter of fact, not perfect. I know it's hard to hear, but it's true. This actually took a rather large toll on me. Throughout high school, I've struggled with trying to keep up an image of perfection, when I was the farthest thing from it. Much like the perfect image I had for myself, we all had a similar one for our senior year. One of a final prom, a senior dinner dance, senior pranks, a graduation, the last of the last. But we didn't get that. Our senior year wasn't perfect. We didn't get to say goodbye to all of our friends, classmates, teachers, and admin. We didn't get to have closure on the past 13 years of our lives. For a while, as I sat at home in my own thoughts, I felt pity. I thought about how unfair it was that our perfect senior year was so abruptly taken away. but the longer I thought, the more I realized how much we had still accomplished. Our marching band won their 21st state title and their regional division at Bands of America. We had the best participation in Spirit Week this school has ever witnessed. That same enthusiasm flowed into our rowdy student section filled with general pride. Homecoming was moved to the gym for the first time in years, and DJ Bulldozer did not disappoint. This year's Dance Blue raised over $35,000 for cancer research. The drama department put on amazing shows like Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat and went on to win the Southeastern Theater Conference for their beautiful performance of Failure, a Love Story. Our esports team became back-to-back state champs. Dance team won first in the state championships and proceeded to secure a spot as 6th in the entire nation. Our talented cheer team placed 5th in the state and did a phenomenal job at nationals to place 13th in the nation. In the second year since the start of the program, the girls lacrosse team won 2nd place in the state championships. Our band, orchestra, and choir were invited to perform at the annual KMEA conference, making that, if I'm not mistaken, the first time a single school has sent their entire music department. I could go on for days talking about everything we managed to achieve in the span of 8 months. Sure, our senior year wasn't the picture-perfect one we had envisioned, but we still had one for the books. We're the class who didn't get to have our senior prom or walk at their graduation, but instead we found ourselves surrounded by supportive friends and family. We were granted time to recharge, rest, and count our blessings. I feel lucky to say that I'm a part of the class of 2020. Thank you for being such wonderful friends, classmates, and fellow virtual graduates. I'm so proud of you, of us, and of how far we have come. Thank you.
Hello, Lafayette class of 2020. It's weird for me to think that my last day of high school was Thursday, March 12th. I wasn't feeling well on the final Friday, so I stayed home. I thought we'd be back at school in a few weeks, and I would still get to suffer through 2 more months of AP statistics sitting next to my best friend Celia. What's weirder, or perhaps worse, is that on that Thursday, my last day of high school, I was in an absolutely awful mood. If I remember right, I nearly cried in 2nd block, didn't talk to anyone in 3rd block, put my head down on my desk in 4th block, and made a beeline for the senior lot the minute the bell rang. Now, thinking about that day, I wish more than anything that I hadn't taken it for granted. I wish I had smiled more in the halls, talked to the people in my classes, and been more attentive when Miss Ibarola was explaining our AP Lit assignment. If I had known I might never see some of my classmates again, I might have done my last day a little differently. But hindsight is 2020, and nobody saw this coming. When we first walked into Lafayette High School as freshmen nearly 4 years ago, this was not the senior year we expected. When we began our senior year last August, this was not the traditional graduation we imagined. When I walked into school that final Thursday morning, I could never have imagined that 2 months later, I'd be videoing my graduation speech instead of speaking in Rep Arena to a crowd of friends, classmates, family members, and teachers. But despite the circumstances and challenges, we have made it to the end of yet another school year and are ready to take the next step in a new direction for our lives. It is easy to dwell on the negatives, the proms, graduation parties, senior nights we missed out on, the traditions we didn't take part in, the things we wish we'd done differently. But instead, I think we should turn our focus to the positives, the memories we made, the things we learned, and how these experiences shaped us into the people we are today, and how we will take these lessons with us into our futures. As we prepare to close this chapter of our lives and open the next, let's look back on our high school experience, grateful for the time we had together, and let's look forward to the future, excited for the new experiences to come. The reason I was so upset with myself for ending my in-person senior year on a sour note is because I know what a special place Lafayette High School is. Sure, we all complain about homework, teachers, and waking up early, but there's something special about the connections our senior class has with one another. I've seen the amazing things the Lafayette class of 2020 has done over these past 4 years. Our sophomore year school walkout, 4 years of Dance Blue fundraisers, homecoming dances, and football games. Our school has come together to support each other in times of hardship. supporting each other through the losses of friends and classmates, and honoring their memories together. Our community has grown through adversity and become better for it. You all have taken on challenge after challenge, using these obstacles as opportunities to learn and grow. Our time at Lafayette has taught us the value in resilience, hard work, dedication, and self-discipline. But I don't think it was until our time at Lafayette was cut short that I realized the value of being able to spend time at school every day with the people I love, and being able to support my friends at their sports games, recitals, and club meetings, being able to be part of a community. As we turn the page onto a fresh chapter of our lives, I encourage you all to take these values with you, to show up to your life each day excited for the opportunities ahead, and to not take these opportunities for granted. Take what you have learned from your 4 years at Lafayette High School and make it mean something. Use your knowledge and experience to pursue goals you've set for yourself, help those around you, and change the world for the better. I know the class of 2020 will take this obstacle in stride, just as we have every challenge before, just as every graduating class before us dealt with their own unique challenges. I know that from this experience, we'll learn that nothing is a guarantee. Not an in-person graduation, not a prom, not even 2 more months of AP statistics with your best friend. This was not the senior year we expected, nor the graduation we had hoped for, but in the end, it isn't the graduation ceremony that matters. It's the friendships we made, the lessons we learned, and the community we built together over the last 4 years. High school did not end the way we wanted it to, but aren't we so lucky to have a school that we miss so much, and years worth of memories with the friends, classmates, teammates, teachers, coaches, and administrators who made us the people we are today. Class of 2020, until we can meet again, remember, once a general, always a general. Congratulations.
Grace Dean was the founding director of the Lafayette High School Choir. The award named in her honor goes to the seniors who most exemplify the highest standards of Lafayette High School and its choral department. Singing "You've Got a Friend in Me" from the Toy Story, composed by Randy Newman, are the co-recipients of the Grace Dean Award in 2020, Lakaya Washington and Luke Daly.
Got a friend in me.
You've got a friend in me.
When the road looks tough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said, 'cause you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. Friend in me.
I've got troubles, you got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together and we see it through, 'cause you've got a friend in me. Yeah, you've got a friend in me.
Some other folks might be a little smarter than I am,
bigger and stronger too,
but none of them will ever love you the way I do.
It's me and you, boy,
and as the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You've got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me.
As we prepare to present the diplomas, we have a request from the audience. Please do not hold off on your applause and cheering until all the names have been read. Scream, shout, holler, celebrate your graduates at the top of your lungs. Air horns are strongly encouraged. It is my honor to present the class of 2020. Mr. Richard Royster and Mr. David Scholl, school administrators, will call the names. On behalf of Fayette County Board of Education and Superintendent Manny Koch, I present to you the class of 2020.
Introducing the Lafayette graduating class of 2020. Thaddeus Contrell Aaron, Jr.
Brandon Abner.
Marla J. Alberto.
Sarah Elizabeth Ackerman.
Benjamin Adair, pre-engineering.
Anna Adams.
Evelyn Faith Adams.
Olivia Hope Adams.
Alexandra Dawn Adkins.
Sophia Allen, pre-engineering.
Ronnie Allen.
Zachary Jordan Allen.
Youssef Zakaria Alsus.
Jordan Ray Alvarez.
Luis Anaya.
Mackenzie Anders.
Austin Samuel Anderson.
Brennan Anderson.
George Anderson.
Andre Derquise Andrew.
Haley Antrobus.
Millie Araki.
Olivia Archdale, Scapa.
Katrin Arnold, pre-engineering.
Preston Eric Arnold, pre-engineering.
Molly Elizabeth Asher.
Taryn Blake Ashford.
Taylor Wiley Ashford.
James Austin Adkins.
Brennan Joseph Babin.
Yelena Bagdasarian, Scapa.
Josh Bagwell.
Juan Bidal.
Caitlin Elizabeth Bailey.
Cheyenne Denise Baker.
Zeke Ball.
Caleb Walker Ballard, pre-engineering.
Anariel Banks.
Latea Barrett Matthews.
Lucy Claire Basehart.
Courtney Bates.
Allie Diana Baxter.
Danielle Bellamy, Scapa, pre-engineering.
Maria Hope Beltran.
Bridget Bender.
Caroline Elise Bernard.
Grace Bertrand.
Eve Blackburn, Scapa.
Martin Blakeman.
Alec Bond, Scapa.
Ben Booker.
Caleb Bowling.
Christina Jordan Bowman.
Caitlin Abigail Bowman, pre-engineering.
Chase Harrison Bradford.
Miles Douglas Brady.
Jamarion Lamont Brank.
Haley Renee Brewer.
Samantha Briggs, Scapa.
Caleb Brislin.
Kristen Mackenzie Bromagen.
Alexandra Brown, Scapa.
Assyria Siri Brown.
Jasmine Brown.
Michaela Chanel Brown, Scapa.
Zachary Wade Brown.
Brianna Bruton.
Malik Bryant.
Ellie Buford, Pre-Engineering.
Pio Ratana Boone.
Jason Bussell.
Omar Bustamante.
Jackson Butcher, Pre-Engineering.
Javari Linnell Butler.
Leah Butler, Pre-Engineering.
Keyshawn Butts, Scapa.
Ainsley Cahill.
Cornell, Canada.
Dylan Caravello.
Maddie Carberry.
William Perry Carrico.
Jadon Christopher Kerstarfen.
Aiden Christopher Carter.
Chloe Caudle.
Harlan Cecil.
Maya Simone Chamberlain.
Kaylin Chambers.
Tucker Lane Chambers.
Alasia Jewel Chandler.
Catherine Cherry, Scapa Pre-Engineering.
Daniel John Cheslack.
Michelle Choi.
Evan Chowning.
Cody Leanne Chumley.
Adam Christopher Clark.
Kendra Grace Clark.
McKenna Clinch, Pre-Engineering.
Kevin Jennings Klein.
Kennedy Cobb, Scapa.
Griffin Christopher Coffey.
Caitlin Coleman.
Abigail Elise Collier.
Devin Allen Combs.
John Willie Combs IV.
Xavier Commodore.
Kaimani Leray Cooper.
Evan Edward Copeland.
Grace Cordell, Pre-Engineering.
Adlai Korn, Scapa.
Bryce Cornett.
Molly Catherine Cornett.
Terrion Cortez Covens.
Samuel Reed Cremines.
Gabriel Cristino.
Sean Cronin.
Audrey Marie Cross.
Mallory Crouch.
Lisel Cruz Hernandez.
Jacqueline Cruz.
Abigail Elizabeth Cunningham, Scapa.
Noah Stephen Kurtzinger.
Luke Jackson Daly, Scapa Pre-Engineering.
Alexander D'Angelo.
Cassandra Davis.
Joseph Leland Davis, Scapa.
Joseph Collier Day.
Talia Deaton.
Dora De Leon Perez.
Jordan Deli.
Dylan Dempster.
Dearia Demas.
Abigail Dennison, Scapa.
Isis Mabel Dilbert Lopez.
Shania Dilday.
Jason Din.
Philip Doherty, Pre-Engineering.
Drew Dodson.
Avery Downs.
Olivia Nicole Duffy.
Micah Duncan.
Cassidy Lynn Edgett.
Matthew Salome Elias.
Suhaib El Salati.
Jacob Ernst, Scapa.
Bethany Rose Escalante Felix.
Madison Evans, Pre-Engineering.
Whitney Romelia Evans.
Caleb Ewing.
Fiona Farrer.
Parker Falconer.
Lauren Fentress.
Victoria Scarlett Farrell.
Lazaria Fields Cotton.
Annalie Fierro Rodriguez.
Javon Fisher.
Mara Ashley Flaherty.
Thomas Flanagan Scapa.
Isabel Fleming.
Keenan Flores Pre-Engineering.
Kaylin Floyd.
Alexander Dalen Ford.
Elliot Ford.
Anne Elizabeth Estes Forker Scapa.
Natalie Grace Fowler, Scapa.
Tatum Fowler.
Brian Franco.
Charles Frederick, Pre-Engineering.
Tyler Froyas.
Jenna Catherine Fugazi.
Amani Fukaya.
Trevor Douglas Gardner.
Nia Gates.
Griffin Giannone, Scapa.
Emily Gibson.
Taylor Kristen Glass.
Addison Beals Goen, Scapa.
James L. Godfrey II.
Xavier Golden.
Oliver Gonzalez.
Magdalena Bell Gorman.
Hinano Goto.
Maggie Gover.
David Graff, Pre-Engineering.
Jacob Gravitt, Scapa.
Jayana Gray.
Daniel Davis Green.
Olivia Gale Greer.
Ashley Grospich, Pre-Engineering.
Morgan S. Gross.
Sean E. Groves.
Aiden Waterbury Gunn, Pre-Engineering.
Nolan Waterbury Gunn, Scapa.
Cassidy Goudelet.
Sherlyn Gutierrez Arriaga.
David Sebastian Gutierrez.
Tuesday Lily Haddon, Scapa.
Austin William Hagan.
Darren Henry Halcomb.
Robert Cameron Hall.
Chandler Aloysius Hallett.
Josh Halterman, Pre-Engineering.
Anna Hamilton.
Haley Reese Hamilton.
Jalen Hamilton.
Hadijah Dorothy Hamisi.
Deborah Lee Hahn, Scapa Pre-Engineering.
Harrison Hancock.
William Isaac Hands, Pre-Engineering.
Mackenzie Ray Harlan.
Alexis Danielle Harmon.
Javon Krishan Harris.
John David Harris, Pre-Engineering.
Cheyenne N. Harrison.
Maddie Hart, Pre-Engineering.
Anya M. Hartman, Scapa Pre-Engineering.
Kyle Jacob Hatter.
Lauren Hoy.
Hayden Haycox.
Ryan Scott Hershey.
Aaron Helm.
Ben Henderson, Pre-Engineering.
Ethan Hermes.
Bethzeda Adid Hernandez Carmen.
Merlin Hernandez.
Guillermo Hernandez.
Blaze Herr.
Michaela Renee Hill.
Kira Laura Hollers, Pre-Engineering.
Addison Jane Hollingshead, Scapa.
Natalie Holland.
Nathan Lee Hong.
Joshua Alexander Hooker.
Tamaya Howard.
Bailey Hughes.
Grace Camille Hughes.
Gabrielle Hughley.
Jonathan Hurley, Pre-Engineering.
Anna Grace Hurst, Scapa.
Ani Hutchins.
Jolie Ingebayer.
Devota Irankunda.
Sarah Ito, Pre-Engineering.
Jasmine Nicole Jackson.
Jasden Jackson.
Malachi Jackson.
Kane Jackson.
Takaya Jackson.
Silas Jagannathan, Pre-Engineering.
Shannon James, Scapa.
Nicholas Kent Jarvis.
Anna Jung, Pre-Engineering.
Carly Ann Jeter.
Gavin Jeter.
Caleb Michael Johns.
Acacia Marie Johnson.
Hillary Adele Johnson, Scapa.
Jasmine Nicole Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson.
Andrew Jones.
Tyler Matthew Jones.
Jada Josie.
Ryan Josephowitz.
Saloni Divakar Karanth, Pre-Engineering.
Promise Kayembe, Scapa Pre-Engineering.
Elizabeth Kincaid Keating, Scapa Pre-Engineering.
Bennett Keat.
Holden William Kettenring.
Aaron Key.
Daisuke Momotaro Kikumoto, Pre-Engineering.
Olivia Annette King.
DiMaggio Antrez Knight.
Brandon Knowles.
Sophia Allen Kopp.
David Isaac Kraus.
Rachel Hannah Kraus.
Mohammed Adil Fuad Shabash.
Philippe Lamarche, Scapa.
Moshly Lamartiniere.
Abby Lancaster, Pre-Engineering.
Elijah Lane, Pre-Engineering.
Henry Lane.
Kyler Lang.
J.D. Langford.
Seth Tyler Langston.
Madison Elaine Larson.
Rebecca Rose Lasher.
Caleb Matthew Larsdorf.
Jalen Chase Lawson.
Tyler Lawson.
Jessica Lee.
Robert Lee.
Timothy Eifler Legis.
Taylor Lennox.
Roger Scott Lenser.
Alicia Livingston.
Brenna Elizabeth Lewis.
Terry T.J. Lewis.
Amaya Liggett.
Jorge Linares Salinas.
Abigail Malone Linden.
Ashlyn Lippert, Pre-Engineering.
Brandon James Little.
Ethan Little.
Zachary Lloyd.
Elijah Locker, Pre-Engineering.
Cole Lockhart.
Amelia Jane Leffler, Scapa.
Nella Joy Longworth.
Gracie Lowe.
Ben Lozano, Pre-Engineering.
Isaac Russell Lucas.
Cody Lunsford.
Taryn Mackey.
Madison Taylor Prather, Pre-Engineering.
Larissa Magallanes.
Nikki Malecki.
Bella Mancuso, Scapa.
Destiny Marshall.
John Wayne Marshall, Pre-Engineering.
Caitlin Rose Martha, Scapa.
Austin Reed Martin.
Izzy Martin, Scapa, Pre-Engineering.
Kiana Francis Martin.
Cody Ryan Martin.
Macy Martin.
Aaron David Messiah.
Mary Beth Matoka, Scapa, Pre-Engineering.
Christopher Joseph Mattingly.
Innocent Mbanimpa.
Dylan McLean.
Andy McLeese, Pre-Engineering.
Bianca Lee McCord.
K. Christian McCormick, Scapa.
Bailey Amanda McDowell.
Logan McIntosh.
Noah James McClellan, Scapa.
Anna Marie Meadows.
Kylie Michelle Meadows, Scapa.
Claire Elizabeth Melvin, Scapa.
Alyssa Mercurio.
Jacob Donovan Metcalf.
Caitlin Mickelson.
Marquise Trayvon Miller.
McKenna Miller.
Nigel Miller.
Olivia Madison Miller.
Indigo Milton.
Maya Mintu.
Jessica Miracle.
Abigail Myers, Scapa.
Kalila Mitchell.
Lauren Mitchell.
Will Moore.
Jacob Ross Morgan.
Caroline Keaton Morrison, Scapa.
Julian Dean Morton.
Greg Mosquera.
Kaylin Rose Mulligan.
Emmett Baring Mullins.
Jacqueline Marie Mullins, Scapa.
Cole Jacob Murphy.
Darren Raymond Murphy.
Jonathan Deshaun Harrison Murphy.
Jenna Mushong.
Daniel Musin.
Fuka Nakakagi.
Taylor Napier.
Grace Neal.
Paisley Neal.
Bella Nelson, pre-engineering.
Drake Nelson.
Nathan Newsom.
Mon Hung Nguyen.
Ni Nguyen.
Thatcher Nicholson.
Anna Nickel.
Anna Page Norby.
Benjamin Harris Norby.
Sharmi Ndoto.
Yvonne Nira Mugisha.
Alexa Beelan Ocampo, Scapa.
Wataru Otsuki.
Sammy Oliveira.
Leah Olmsted.
Hawa Omar.
Angelica Pacheco, Scapa.
Zachary Isaac Parton.
Edward Garner Payne.
Caden Pearson, Scapa Pre-Engineering.
Colin Jacob Peevler.
Isaac Peck, Pre-Engineering.
Logan Allen Peel.
Brianna Scout Pennington.
Virginia Pepiot, Scapa.
Ivani David Perez Hidalgo.
Montserrat Perez Nolasco.
Sean Devontae Perkins.
Gennaro G. Parada.
Sarah Perry, Scapa Pre-Engineering.
Simone Marie Peterson, Scapa.
Duke Wilson Edward Pettit.
Ella Faith Phillips, Scapa.
Bonratsami Pravarachith.
Aubrey Pittman.
Ava Langdon Pitts.
Graham Polly.
Gunnar Adam Polignac.
Andrew Ponce.
Jacob Porter.
Diego Prado.
Berkeley Prather.
Trevor Gunnar Vincent Prather.
Annika Previtt.
Samuel Pribashuk.
Gretchen Marie Probst.
Dallas Riley Price.
Justin Puckett.
Gwyneth Reed Pulley.
Claire Wei Kian.
Aubrey Quinn.
Samuel Leonardo Alberto Quinones Lopez.
Kiara Ragland, Scapa.
Chayton Bryce Ragsdale.
Nicholas Daniel Ramey.
Annalisa Marielle Ranson.
Abigail Brooke Rasmussen.
Toby Rasmussen, Scapa.
Abigail Ratliff, Scapa.
Donovan Charles Ray.
Delaney Rayans, Scapa Pre-Engineering.
Abigail Reese.
Jacob Quinton Record.
Aiden Reed.
Ella Isabeth Reed.
Jenna Grace Reed, Scapa.
Logan Thomas Revel.
Jonathan Reynolds, Pre-Engineering.
Alberto Reza.
Dylan Prescott Rohrer.
Sophie Danielle Rice.
Josh Ritteman.
Kayla Riley.
Matt Riney.
Maximiliano Rios Ortiz.
Allison Richter Scappa.
Yarimar Rivera Gonzalez.
Deajane Lene Robinson.
Deashere Renee Robinson.
Marshall Robinson.
Miguel Rodea.
Veronica Rojas, Pre-Engineering.
Ivan Galvin Rojo.
Amarion Ross.
Alejandro Rostro Medina.
Ray Lynn Ruby.
Antasia Rudd.
Emma Grace Russell, Pre-Engineering.
Jacob Rydell.
Jaden Sattery.
Isabella Ann Sage.
Wessam Boulis Saeed.
Sharif Salama.
Sophia Danielle Sawyers.
Dima Sammy, Pre-Engineering.
Ben Sampson.
Eric Sanchez Martinez.
Yasmin Carrion Sandoval.
Sehori Santiago.
Jack Scott Savage, Scappa.
Emma Sayer.
Helena Shotsky, Scappa, Pre-Engineering.
Sarah Maria Schlegel.
David Jonathan Schneider, Pre-Engineering.
Lacey Renee Scholl.
Tiana Schwartz.
Eleanor Scripps.
David Cervelian.
Kaylee Settles, Scappa.
Hannah Sever.
Hunter Sexton.
Hunter Blake Shadden.
Lorona Shala.
Haley Elizabeth Shaver, Scappa.
Alex Shaw.
Jermaine Shagog, Jr.
Raziki Shandela.
James Michael Lee Shepard.
Josiah Jabron Sholar.
Christian Silva Fabian.
Brianna Silva.
Victory Simon Okube.
Audrey Simpson.
Sydney Page Bishop Simpson.
Nicholas Alexander Benham Skidmore, Scappa, Pre-Engineering.
Gage Sloan.
Noah Smallwood.
Demetrius Smiley, Pre-Engineering.
Aiden McAllister Smith.
Allie Peyton Smith.
Chase Allen Smith, Pre-Engineering.
Dallas Gitch Smith.
Emmy Smith.
Kelsey Smith.
Malia Smith.
Morgan Snellings.
Alexander Logan Sorensen.
Catalina Soriano.
Daniel Alexander Sparks.
Jada Spalding.
Kaylee Spencer.
Marissa Nicole Ariel Spencer.
Spencer Thomas Stadstad.
James Dalton Stanlin, Scappa.
Susanna Marie Starkey.
Allison Lynn Steele.
Lauren Elizabeth Steele.
Timothy Travis Stevenson.
Richard Griffith Steindorf.
Catherine Stivers.
Sarah Catherine Stouffer.
William Elijah Stone.
Madeline Rose Strauss, Scapa.
Reagan Kimberly Strell, Scapa.
Jason Lee Strunk.
Ray Surratt.
Kayla Surratt.
Samuel David Tackett.
Aaron Zach Tanyag.
Ashley Tapia.
Jack Tattershaw.
Haley Taylor.
Ainsley Grace Thomas, Scapa.
Michael Thompson.
Seth Owen Thompson.
Ricardo Tiarina.
Claire Tippy.
Jose Torres.
Grace Marie Travis.
Olivia Grace Truitt.
Brian Tubella Saavedra.
Christian Turner.
Kaylee Turner, Pre-Engineering.
Keshad Stewart Turner.
Sydney Turner.
Aiden Tyler.
Fritz Ursos.
Elizabeth Vanover.
Jonathan Vargas.
Marissa De Leon.
William Blake Vaughn.
Sophia Vega.
Maria Carmen Vera.
Saul Vera.
Michael Grady Vest.
Camille Caroline Vyers.
Tyler Vitito, Pre-Engineering.
Caden Voss, Pre-Engineering.
Josh Alexander Vujakovic.
Dustin Wager.
Nathan Walden.
Catherine Walker, Scapa.
Sam Henry Wallace Smith.
Zion Ward.
Darius Washington.
Lakaya Washington.
Abby Washnock, Pre-Engineering.
William Watkins.
Alexandria Watrous, Pre-Engineering.
Alex Watson.
Sophie Lorelei Watson, Scapa.
Elise Wheeler.
William Wharton.
Jalen Renee White.
Jack Wigglesworth.
Isabella Grace Williams, Scapa.
Max Williams.
Kylie Mae Willis.
Mary Mansell Wilson.
Kelsey Wise.
Amari Woolfolk.
Katrina Reedy, Pre-Engineering.
Victor Raymond Yates.
Mary Younger.
Samantha Ibarcina Zizquierdo.
Hisham Mohammed Zanoun.
Bing Zhang.
Celia Ziliak.
Virtually the same. My visions for the class of 2020 graduation program began prior to when each of you ever stepped foot into our school. I remember talking to your families the summer before your freshman year, and the images and the thoughts of this day were so powerful that we were literally all in tears. It was evident to us principals that your families expected the world of your all's high school's experience, and that included their expectations of this milestone we meet here to celebrate today. When it became evident that our opportunity for traditional program would be compromised, I began reflecting on the elements of our graduation program and the words I would share with today's graduates. I began listing the elements of a commencement program and addresses, distilled it all down to must-have characteristics, and tried to be intentional about crafting my preparation around these essential elements. I then met with our senior class officers. Honestly, they embraced the opportunity to start something new. Our graduation programs historically have always been very traditional, and our current context provided them opportunity to be leaders and to start new traditions. While this program will live for eternity in YouTube, they also cautioned me about attempting to be virtually relevant. They told me, avoid quick edits, no flashy graphics or effects. They told me not to use internet slang to sound hip or edgy. They said if I have to look it up on Urban Dictionary, that I should just omit it from the speech altogether. They told me to leave my Jordans at home, that the robes and gowns and hoods created a more formal mood. And your officers told me do not, under any set of circumstances, attempt to make a TikTok. I can't take all of your all's advice, right? So here we are, Virtual Commencement Address 1.0, in honor of you, the class of 2020. And it is with this charge to innovation, I choose to celebrate what you all have accomplished, not what has been lost. If I were here to binge watch my memories of this class, I'd be sure to hit the chapters entitled The Raven, Mosaic, and Seeking Refuge. I'm a sucker for stories with happy endings and seeing your all's hard work pay off in celebration. If I'm ever in need of inspiration and renewal, I can easily fast forward to the chapter KMAA Conference and listen to the voices of our magical choir performing Weep, O Mine Eyes, or the orchestra's performance of Conversation in Silence. There cannot be a series on the Lafayette class of 2020 without music. The title screen of the next chapter reminds us all that this group made theater, not drama. And I would surf down through iconic performances like A Taste of Sunrise, Failure, A Love Story, and Mary Poppins. Transitions between these scenes would be danced in perfect time, performed in both classical and contemporary stylings. And the narrative for our piece, captured brilliantly by our literary artist, communicating the true essence of this senior class through their words, tone, and language. Your athletic chapters tell the story of grit and determination. Memorable starring roles tackled by numbers 34, 99, 10, 85, 44, 42, and 11. Balls spiked over nets by number 24, performances by a 7'34" on the court, and numbers 11 and 11 on our soccer pitch. Numbers 24, 23, 5, and 00, and numbers 21 and 9 all shined on the fields and mounds, and so many other numbers. We saw teams achieve state championship performances like our wrestlers, girls lacrosse, our dance team, and our esports teams. We saw program dominance from our baseball, boys golf, archery, softball, track, and cross-country teams. Interestingly enough, to me, Your victories are not always the moments that stand out. The crushing losses, the season-ending defeats were oftentimes the moments where your true character were on full display. You all are so strong. And the lessons learned in victory and in defeat will stay with you forever. Sometimes these chapters are the hardest to watch, but these are important parts of your story. Spread throughout this series would be the characterization of this class as passionate, activists, and leaders for positive change. You all continue to fight for a world without Snapchat filter, a world where everyone is valued for who they truly are, a world where we all live in peace and in safety. I cannot erase the memory of your walkout sophomore year, your public cry for safety in our schools. Perhaps one of the most rewatchable moments came when senior class co-president, then a sophomore, stood on that podium and advocated when there is no time to lose, when lives have already been lost. This is when we must come together. You rallied our entire community to love generally. Please understand the significance of this part of your story. As an adult, I can never truly understand what it's like to be a student growing up in schools where my personal safety was not a given. That was not my story. I need you all to teach me and others what that was like. You all are the agents of change our communities need, and I'm so optimistic that in part to your all's efforts, this will not be your children's story. If I were to research outcomes of this class, the data would be impressive. There are nearly 630 members in this graduating class, and they boast the highest graduation rate of any school in our city. You all left no one behind. The average composite ACC of this group, nearly 2 points higher than the national average, and every single one of you took that test. To date, over $33 million awarded in scholarships, and we're still counting. I'm so proud of all that you have accomplished and will. The credits of our series would acknowledge appreciation and gratitude for the impact the teachers, coaches, counselors, and principals had on your experience at Lafayette and in informing the development to adults you have grown to become. They will also pay tribute to the lives lost of fellow classmates. They will continue to live in the memories of the graduates of this class, and they are just as much a part of this ceremony as the students viewing in their caps and gowns today. To the families of those students, you are in our thoughts and our prayers today. When I think back to those tears your families shed when dreaming about your graduation ceremonies, I realize now that had little to do with the actual ceremony. Their tears were hopes. Hopes for the people you would grow to become and the lives you would continue to lead after high school. In that regard, this virtual ceremony is no different. It is a milestone marking the end of a series and a symbolic beginning of the new chapters in your lives. It is virtually the same. The beauty of a virtual ceremony, the permanence of digital footprint. Perhaps, as shared with me by your fellow class officers, there will be opportunity down the road where we, as a class and a faculty, can reconnect and watch this program collectively. Hopefully, that a moment occurs prior to your 10-year reunion in 2030. When that day does come, we will most certainly play music. We will perform and share stories, maybe do a TikTok or two. We'll celebrate distinctions, accomplishments, families started, and jobs achieved. We will shake hands, and we will hug. Until that day comes, I salute you, class of 2020. You will forever hold a special place in my heart. All right. Now do the last part. Seniors, will you please rise? Superintendent Kalk, in accordance with the authority vested in me by the Fayette County Board of Education and in accordance with the requirements of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, the State Department of Education, the Fayette County Board of Education, and Lafayette High School, it is my honor and privilege to present the 2020 graduates of Lafayette High School.